The British were here for 68 years. And from 1920 up to 1956, they tried to look for the petroleum of Uganda, but they failed. They were looking for the petroleum because there were signs on the surface. There were seepages. In Bunyoro there, a place called Kibiro. Kibiro, Okubira, in our Bantu, in our Runyakitara, means something boiling. So there was, you can see petroleum on the surface. Now the British tried to get the petroleum for almost 40 years, and they failed and they gave up. And they said maybe the petroleum was there, but it evaporated because of the volcanic activities. When NRM came, we discovered the petroleum. You show them where we are now. You freeze that one now. That is one. There in the background, you can see Lake Albert. It was expectation to get Mwitanzige, Ababsaka, Mwitanzige Mujirozere. Atukuriye nyima eche cha blue echo, that's like the blue is like Albert. Now that's one of the rigs digging a well in the Rift Valley, and this oil will start flowing next year. Fortunately for Uganda, our oil is about to start flowing. That will enable us to do more work at the same time. Even with the oil money, however, my strong proposal is that we concentrate budgeting initially on defense, the roads, tarmac and maram, electricity, education, health, water for drinking and for irrigation, the railway, wealth creation, PDM, UDB, ghetto funds, the science and innovation, like the Chira motors, like Magora. You show us Magora. Let's see Magora. The pharmaceutical, that's a huge facility supported by the government. Show us the overhead. That is a big facility initiated by one of our scientists, Magora, but supported heavily by the government. This is in Matugahia, just Matugahia. And that factory will produce drugs for cancer, for AIDS, for malaria, for diabetes, and all that. Your people here are able to treat diabetes, to treat cancer. All those treatments are now available here, and we can share them with the world. Now, salaries for some public servants, such as government scientists, the judiciary, the security personnel, etc. The economy is growing fast. With this prioritization, we shall soon be able to have enough money to cover more sectors. However, when you interfere with the above minimum areas of focus, you interfere with our economy's ability to grow. How would our economy be growing at 7% if I had not, in 2006, insisted on prioritizing the roads and the electricity? If I had not insisted on that in 2006, where would the electricity have come from? It is the more availability of electricity that is encouraging the rapid industrialization. So, in 2006, when I insisted and we put emphasis on roads and electricity, you see the results. All those factories are flocking here because of the electricity. There is enough electricity for now, but we need to again expand the electricity supply. The Uganda Revenue Authority needs to solve the issue of revenue losses. They are still collecting only 13 to 14% of GDP in taxes. If they are collecting 20% of GDP in taxes, with the GDP size of 66.9 billion, would be collecting about Uganda shillings 47 trillion in taxes. This would be a good level of government revenues. With the careful budgeting talked about above, and without the burden of paying debts that have the interest of Uganda shillings 11.3 trillion per year, would be quite comfortable, plus the robust growth we are already enjoying. The indiscipline in budgeting and revenue collection creates unnecessary distractions and delays our development tempo. With the discipline and money, even without our oil, which will start flowing soon, our economy will hit the US dollars 500 billion in the coming years that we are targeting. As our economy has been growing, so has been our capacity to support the social services. These are education and health. Very good progress has been registered in those areas.
Download the Salt Media app from the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store.